Hey, it's Eric.
And Janie.
With Chasing the Sun. Welcome back to our New Orleans travel series. If you're visiting New Orleans, then you may have heard about their crazy nightlife, bars, and live music. Well, in this video, we'll talk about just that.
This is the fourth and final video of our New Orleans travel guide series. If you miss it, click on the card at the top right corner to watch the other video showing you travel tips for New Orleans, where to find all the good food, and also a video showing the top 20 attractions and things to do in New Orleans. And if you just recently found our channel, then welcome. Please subscribe to support what we do.
Alrighty, now let's talk about the bars and live music in New Orleans. New Orleans is one of the top cities in North America that is famous for their bars and music. How do I know they're serious about their music? Well, the live music starts right when you get off the plane. After all, it is the birthplace of jazz, and many believe that cocktails started here too. So no wonder it's so easy to find bars and live music when you're in the city. You can literally walk out to Bourbon Street or Frenchmen Street and you'll find something cool. But in case you want a bit more direction, here's what we found for bars and music during our visit. First, let's cover where the bars are. There are two main districts for bars, and it depends on what type of music you want to groove to.
Bourbon Street is more touristy and there are lots of bars here. Just get on Bourbon Street and start from Canal and keep on walking northeast and you will find like 5 to 7 blocks of bars. The bars on Bourbon play a variety of music from rock to country to jazz. The benefit of Bourbon Street is that they make it pedestrian only at night, and the party atmosphere definitely spills onto the streets. So really, you can treat all of Bourbon Street like one big bar scene. There are a lot of bars here, and the pedestrian-only feature makes it easier to bar hop. There are many good bars here, so you can't go wrong. But there were 2 bars that is worth a special mention.
The first one is the Hideout Bar. We liked it because it had a choice of loud music area or a quiet, chill area. In the front of the building, there's live music, and you can definitely groove to that. But if you want to get away from the noise, you can go towards the back of the building where you'll find a nice courtyard and maybe play some cornhole.
The Carousel Bar is a higher-end bar, more like a lounge actually, and found inside the Hotel Monteleone, which is a beautiful historic hotel. It's actually not directly on Bourbon Street, but on the next street over called Bayou Street. What makes it special is that the bar is actually a spinning carousel, and if you get there early enough, you would be lucky to get one of the seats on the spinning carousel platform. You can be enjoying your drink while the world turns around you.
Frenchmen Street is the second area with a collection of bars. It's not as touristy as Bourbon, so this is where the locals like to hang out. The type of music here is more jazz focused, and there are many variations depending who's playing that night. The district is smaller than Bourbon, and it's not pedestrian only, but you can still hop between the bars to find a groove that you liked. In the next section, we'll share with you a favorite live music bar that we found in this district. Speakeasy style bars are very popular now, and we thought that New Orleans, being the headquarter of bars and everything, would have many. But to our disappointment, there were only 2. Actually, 1.5, and we'll tell you why.
Bar Marilou is a cocktail bar, but not really a speakeasy style one. Most speakeasy have a fake front, and the experience of speakeasy is to discover the real bar behind it. This one is a cocktail bar on the outside, but it does have a secret bookshelf which opens up to a small private room, and that is why we gave this a half point as a speakeasy.
The Double Dealer was a proper speakeasy bar in that it was hard to find and there was no signage. You kind of had to discover it for yourself, and that's part of the fun. It's located in the basement of a theater, and it was a nice experience. Being in New Orleans, this one had live music also, which was a treat, although the band performing wasn't really our jam. Now, there's a special mention here, which is neither a live music place or a bar, but it's worth mentioning because it's was actually one of her favorite places. It's the Bayou Beer and Wine Garden. It's outside of the touristy district, so you'll have to take an Uber there, but it's well worth it. It's this very cool beer garden on one side and wine garden on the other side. It's definitely jam-packed, so the crowd and the atmosphere is great, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a drink.
There's live music everywhere in New Orleans, and they are all of really high caliber. So if you're here, then you'll have to experience it, and you really can't go wrong with whatever you find. There's two ways to experience live music. First, you can listen to it at the bars on Bourbon Street and Frenchmen like what we just covered. Usually, there's something going on every night, but the amount of people and party is definitely livelier from Thursday to Saturdays. So if you're planning a trip just for the bars and live music, then book it for the latter half of the week. Some places will have a cover charge and also expect to tip the performers. We visited a handful of live music bars when we were there, and this next one was our favorite.
How y'all like that?
We really liked Balcony Music Club on Frenchmen Street, mostly because of the band that was playing that night. It was Piano Man G, and both vocalist and saxophonist was phenomenal. Check it out for yourself. Next time you're in town, you can look them up on Instagram. The handle is @piano_man_G. And on his feed, he will tell you exactly where he's going to be playing next.
Another way to experience live music is with the street performers. Most of the ones that we saw were actually very good. As we said, the level of music here is very high, and that's what we love about this city. If you are here on the weekend, then head over to Royal Street because that's where you'll find most of the street performers. Here's a sampling of some that we saw.
My favorite of the bunch is Doreen Ketchens, who is a local favorite. In fact, she is quite well known and even has a documentary about her. Interesting how even with that notoriety, she still chooses to perform on the streets of New Orleans. If you want to see her, she can be found on the weekends at the intersection of Royal and St. Peter's, just outside of the Ruses Market.
Another notable mention is the musical Legend Park on Bourbon. Although not quite street music, it's a great courtyard where you can enjoy some tasty beignets and watch live jazz performances.
Alright, so our 1 week in New Orleans is now over, sadly. What was your favorite thing about New Orleans?
My most favorite thing was at Frenchmen when we were listening to the jazz music, live music. We were just right up front. It's like I'm getting a concert all to myself. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
As for food-wise, I love the beer garden. Like the beer garden, wine and beer garden. I love the liveliness of it. The vibe was like awesome, and the crawfish. Oh my god, it's so tasty.
Yep. Yeah, there's so many things to love about New Orleans. It surpassed my expectations. Actually, I guess I didn't have too much expectations, but it just over-delivered. There's so many things I like about it. If I had to pick one thing, I guess it would be the live music scene. There's just the quality of music is so good here, and it's like so intimate. So definitely check it out for that and all of the other stuff that we told you about.
What we've shown you is only a small sample of all the great bars and live music found here. So if you have more time, then I would encourage you to go find some on your own and come back and tell us about it. Leave it in the comments and we would love to hear about the places you found.
So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please subscribe and support us in what we do.
Yes, and please hit that like button. It will help us a lot.